Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. It's your boy Q City. Just a quick recap of the Nuggets game before we get into the pod tonight. Um, just to be honest, it looked like Jokic was going crazy from tip. I'm I like the box score. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't check the box score before I hit record just because if you watch that game, you know as well as I did they were out of that thing as soon as you came back from half. Trey put up a valiant effort in the first half. He was able to keep it close. Really was missing Jalen tonight. That was pretty obvious. You don't necessarily see how big a part of the offense he is until he's not there. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Trey. Watching the Hawks without Trey is, to be honest with you, is damn near unwatchable. You know what I'm saying? They showed a graphic tonight with like total games 30 and 10 and Trey's at 84. You know what I'm saying? If you check the box score tonight, he might be at 85, but he was at 84, tied with Russell Westbrook. And the broadcast pointed out correctly, like all the guys on that list been in the league 17 plus years and whatnot. Trey been in the league 7 years. You know what I'm saying? 15 years plus. Trey been in the league 7 years. And that just goes to show like how much of an offensive hub that he is. Ricochet, boy, I couldn't buy a shot tonight. Love how he does on hustle and defense. They were putting Christian Braun on Trey a lot, and Ricochet was he had some wonky matchups throughout the night. He found himself on Jokic just on some screen actions a lot. He found himself on Westbrook a ton, right? Just to get because Dyson was on Jamal Murray a good part of the night. Jamal didn't really go off. Um, or it didn't seem like it. Watching the game, he didn't seem like he was really going off. Just to be honest, the person that killed us is Jokic, right? And it's not like you can really get here and be like, oh, Clint, uh, Aneku, like Big O, y'all are just terrible. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't guard nobody. Y'all can't stick nobody. That's it's not reasonable. It's not rational. Nobody can stick this man, bro. And like when you watch him, it's like the most unorthodox, like he does all the 50-50 things are like 80-20 for him, right? So like that miss floater, get the rebound tap in that rolls out for like 50% of players, it's going in for him. You know what I'm saying? Just real soft touch around the rim. Um, Underrated post moves and post work. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't look as dominant as Shaq or as pretty as Hakeem, but like yo, his post footwork can't take it away from him, right? Um, Soft touch, good post forward, good using the back of the glass. You know what I'm saying? Can bump when he gets a smaller defender, he's calling for that ball. He had one where he got posted up on Garrison Matthews, caught the ball and just kind of like went into the contact, flipped it behind him. Two shots. You know what I'm saying? Like he's incredibly smart. I don't want to be sound like I'm glazing the man. He does his job. You know what I'm saying? He does it well. Um, Other key takeaways. I have been y'all know me. I wasn't the biggest fan of Coach when we got him. He has turned this team into a defensive team. Pointsnyder has turned this into a defensive team with players I would probably consider, I think most of us would consider suboptimal athletes. And that's not really a racial thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, Garrison Matthews doesn't look like a hard nosed, gritty defender. It looks like you have him on the floor to shoot. V doesn't look like a hard nosed, gritty defender. You have him on the floor to shoot. Well, both these guys they're not locking down their matchups, but they're playing the lanes. They're putting bodies in front of people. They're taking charges. That was part of this win streak. We're on the road. You know what I'm saying? Got another tough one Friday. Um, Hopefully, with this new format, you guys can hear a little bit from me more. I'm going to be going live after each of the Hawks games. Sometimes Taj will join me, sometimes not. But either way, I'll be going live after all the games. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. It was kind of hard to get anything from this game after the third quarter because that third quarter they just took off. It was reminiscent of those Warrior runs. They blew us out the water coming out, and it wasn't even like they were making no crazy adjustments. We were getting some, we were getting some good shots. Garrison was off tonight. He was off pretty hard. Um, not having that secondary playmaker and Trey just being the end all be all of the offense. They blitz him at the top, get the ball out of his hand early. He gets it back with 18, or he gets it get over half court, get the ball out of his hand early. Trey's been really good on giving it up early to get it back late. Gets the ball with 12. You know what I'm saying? By the time you run a pick action, you're down to 10. Sometimes you miss a swing just because you got to put the ball up. You know what I'm saying? And that sucks. But even still, Trey he was finding the right people. I wouldn't be surprised if he had. I think when the last broadcast said something about it, he was at like 8 or 9 assists. Wouldn't be surprised if he was up to 11 or 12. It wouldn't be crazy. He was swinging that ball out tonight, but we missed a ton of open looks, ton of open looks. Dre, love him in this role. You know what I'm saying? I was completely ready to call him a bust. I thought that that contract was just going to be an albatross around your neck. And to be honest, with that contract, he still might get moved, but thought it was going to be an albatross. And then I definitely thought it was the death note when they drafted Ricochet. I'm like, that's you drafting over you is number one overall pick, but he's found a great niche where he's at. His three ball is going down consistently this year. That it's always been part of his game, but like it has bumped up percentage wise. And stats tell part of the story. You know what I'm saying? Basketball is very analytic driven. You know what I'm saying? You can look at more of the numbers throughout the season to more so tell a story about a player, right? So like if I look at your season plus minus, I look at your season 3-point percentage, yeah, cool, right? But that's where like you get people who be like, Kobe was an ineffective shot chucker. But like if you watched Kobe or you played Kobe when he got the ball, you ain't think it was 50-50 on whether or not it was going down. You know what I'm saying? You thought it was like 80-20. You like, well, Kobe gonna make this shot. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, there's clutch numbers behind it and all that, but it's more so like if you're watching the game. You know what I'm saying? And like for Dre, it may only be a nominal increase, a fractional increase in his 3-point percentage, but like they're so timely, right? They're so timely. They're they're not off the dribble, right? He's still having the offense created for him for the most part, but he's knocking them down. It feels like he's knocking them down at a much better rate than he has been. So I've appreciated seeing him in this role. He's thriving in it. I think it's the best role for this team for him. Um, moves Bogey to the seventh man in the rotation. Or I'll probably say double O's 7 man in the rotation. Moves Bogey down to the eight man in the rotation. So like for the playoffs, you still have this 8 man rotation. And to be honest with you, come playoffs, uh Zach is probably gonna get his minutes reduced even more. And you'll see more of that Trey, Dyson, Dre, Jalen, and Clint lineup with Double O coming in and out. I love the Trey Jalen Double O, and then I really don't care about the wings there. I prefer with that lineup to have Bogey on the floor for just more offense, and then either Zach or Dre there is beautiful. Um, the numbers for that lineup, great. You can look at it, but like the feeling when that lineup's on the floor is like they're in attack mode a lot of the time. So like those are going to be your eight guys, right? Would have loved for our backup point guard position to be a bit more solidified, but with Jalen being that secondary ball handler really good, Dyson, he is a monster defensive. He a monster defensively. There's some things to be yearned for offensively. He knocked down, I think he knocked down 2 threes tonight. I know he knocked down one, but he airballed one like tough. You know what I'm saying? Top of the key type shit. So there's things to be desired there. I don't think he's such a negative offensive. He's not afraid to shoot. He's not afraid to shoot, and he can put the ball on the floor to get to the rim. Now, he's not gonna break too many people down off the dribble, and he's not finna facilitate like be your hey our negative trade minutes. We're gonna let Dyson run the point. That's why they got beat in. You know what I'm saying? And Veach trying to learn that role a little better because I love Dyson. I love what he does defensively, but that's not his game. That's not his game. You know what I'm saying? Too much dip on your chip. That's not his game. So with that being said, I don't think he's such a bad offensive force that you can't play him. You know what I'm saying? So like that 8 man, I feel solid in, right? I feel like that's gonna be the rotation that gets you places. I think we saw not gonna lie to you, the last 4 minutes of the game, they got up 27, and then I think the game ended with 19. Um, but I ain't gonna lie to you, the last 4 minutes, I barely watched. I think Mance might have got in. I know Roddy played some decent minutes tonight actually because we were low on the floor, so I know Roddy played a good bit tonight. But I'd be interested. I don't think we're actually gonna make any big roster moves. If we do, it'll be around the edges. But like, I don't see us getting rid of V. He's like basically ninth man in the rotation. And Roddy maybe, but like, is whatever you're gonna fetch back for him worth giving him up if he's already kind of built chemistry with the team? That that solid core eight, the only person I could see getting moved is Dre, and you're the 6th seed right now. You know what I'm saying? Solidly in the playoffs. There's no reason to if you don't have to. I told myself, see, I'm a certified yapper. I told myself I'm trying to keep these lives because it's 82 games out the season and whatnot. Trying to keep these around 10 minutes, went a little over. But appreciate you guys. You guys tune in uh, to the Falcons pod. Is coming on today because obviously New Year's Eve yesterday. Yeah, we still some habits, but coming in this year. Can't wait to hear from y'all. Can't wait to give and produce good content. You guys tune in to the YouTube page, and then I'll start making these. Um, put all the week's games together, and that'll be it. So appreciate you guys. It's been your boy Q City. I'm out. Peace.